We're about to embark on an arduous journey. The first snow will accompany us. Though we're tired, the cruel reality pushes us to march on. The cold will be even sharper, with shivers lingering in our bodies. The Oracle Guardians will not be favored by the gods. We Salanders have no backup. Only fatigue, anger, and fear. The cold winds from the north have already blown the tears from our eyes. Our solid footprints are still firmly set in the road. Every step leaves its mark. The end of the road will tell us that today is a farewell. We're preparing ourselves to embrace glory. And we're glad that we won't be hung from the gallows like criminals, or die alone on cold street corners like beggars. We hold our swords tightly and let the tears of fear fall. We shout and ride for ruin.
At first, the dead's resurrection was just a superstition. When the northern peninsula was occupied by monsters, people realized that misfortune had indeed arrived.
Suddenly, a piercing pain and fear hit my heart and lungs. And I breathe heavily the air that I haven't breathed for a long time. Excitement, loss. But apart from the name, nothing else comes to mind. What's shocking is what happened next. It told me, hold the bow tightly. That's the best thing you can do now. Damn. I've no idea about this place. What happened here? Someone still alive?
Leave us be. This area is lost. The monsters are sieging the suburbs. You must stop them.
Good luck, fellas. I'll go deal with them. That monstrosity. Recovered. Well done.
Unbelievable. An undead who has his own will.
Actually, I don't know what has happened either.
We lost the north, the ancient peninsula, where the Oracle Guardians used up their courage and loyalty. Young Alina doesn't want to hide behind the walls. She believes that defense will only lead to defeat.
Listen, these monsters are controlled by magic. Look at the sky above Modenberg. Restless and unstable. It's obvious enough, we must take it.
She points out of the window. Her eyes gaze at the dark clouds where thunders roar. Then, her fingertip falls upon Mortisburg on the map.
Are you sure about this, Alina? I mean...
Trust me, that's where we must go.
No. I meant, are you sure we can make it? And what about Bison? He would surely...
There's no time. We can't hold back like this anymore.
Alina's voice is nervous and impatient. She interrupted Vilsack immediately.
We have to. I need you to trust me, Vilsack.
All right.
As Vilsack quietens down, supporters' voices gradually take over the hall, until Alina slams the table with both hands violently. She looks around excitedly and shows a confident smile. Much like the others, she's looking forward to the upcoming quest.
We raised our swords, and no longer huddled in that fragile shell. Because miracles are not for cowards.
Almost there. We need ships in the East Village to reach the other side.
Ah, great. We can probably catch the next ferry.
Don't be upset. I'm sure we can find the ships we need.
Don't try to catch up with me.
Ships! Over there! Do you see?
Hold on. I don't think that guy with a giant axe will let us through so easily.
Then you should hide somewhere safe and stay out of my way.
How interesting.
Dangerous quest. Take care.
Alina and her fellows claimed their first victory. They have secured East Village and the ships.
If I remember correctly, this is the hometown of your family, right?
Family means nothing to me. I serve the gods, and that's it.
Just curious about the Stewarts. A heretic shares that name.
Watch your mouth. Alina doesn't want to talk about that with you.
Noticing Alina's silence and disgusted face, Rox stands between the two ladies, interrupting Isadura's rude sarcasm.
All right, stop barking at me. By the way, there aren't enough ships for us. 2 of them are severely damaged.
Speak your mind.
I hope we can repair them fast enough, or we'd better prepare some seasoning.
What do you mean?
So we taste better when the monsters chew us up?
The battle in the East Village was swift and decisive, but it drew the attention of nearby monsters. The expedition party has no choice but taking care of these new guests while repairing the ships.
Eliminate those monsters! Otherwise we can't repair the ships. And Isadora, don't...
All right. I'll try to remember that.
I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high, riddled with arrows. What? To the victor goes the spoil.
Great contribution to Garlin.
The battles in the East Village have finally ended. The soldiers are now preparing to cross the river. Suddenly, Vilsack stops and holds his head in his hands, his eyes closed tightly.
Vilsack!
Alina tries to wake up Vilsack, who is currently lost in thought. She is worried about the elf.
Our elven prince is daydreaming. Are you dreaming of me?
It was some flashes of memory. More like a headache. Everything was blurry. I'm not sure.
Uh-huh.
Still dazed from the flashback, Vilsack completely ignored Isadora's question. She felt a bit disrespected.
That's good news. Your memory must be recovering.
Yeah, thanks. I hope so.
All right, board the ship.
Alina's expedition team repaired the ships and started across the river, singing traditional ballads of Roy Island cheerfully. Their morale is high, longing for the next victory, but reality quickly turned their enthusiasm to dust. On the banks of the Bluestone Port, filthy monsters are crawling restlessly. Brandishing their claws, they hunger for flesh.
Look at that. The best welcome party I've ever had.
Another swarm of rancid monsters. This is terrible. Riddled with arrows. To the victor goes the sprat.
Unworthy. I was expecting something more exciting.
Don't let your guard down. Modenburg is very close. They may appear again at any time.
Excellent. I can wait no longer.
Dangerous quest. Take care.
Alina's plan is going smoothly. Despite the small troubles they had, they have taken both the East Village and the Bluestone Port. After climbing atop Mount Gorlan, Modenburg appears beneath their feet. The first thing that comes into their view is the iconic church, a shabby building that grows out of the graveyard.
A sacred place like this is turned into a breeding ground for evil. How interesting.
This place, it feels familiar.
It's a graveyard. Sure, you were more familiar with it when you were dead.
Nice try. Hopefully you're wrong.
Vilsack wasn't fond of Isadora's joke. He felt like he'd been here before, but he didn't know why.
a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. Stay alert. It's like rain. Hey!
Look at that ancient altar and its magic. They must have been using it to control the undeads.
Such evil sorcery shall not exist. Time to get the job done. To arms.
Yes, my lord. I mean, my priestess.
I'm like a falling leaf in the wind, and I'm flying high. My arrows never miss. To the victor goes the spoils.
Great contribution to God.
Once the strange altar is destroyed, the black clouds above the church become smaller. The monsters sieging the city of being immediately slow down, wandering aimlessly.
For the light! Send these cursed souls back to where they belong! Charge!
Led by Bison, the people of the city break out of the siege. They push forward and meet Alina in the front of the church.
Uncle Bison! Did we make it? The siege, is it over?
Alina's excitement fades quickly after seeing Bison's face.
Alina, never risk yourself and those around you like that again.
I know. I'm sorry, Uncle Bison.
Bison had been very worried about her. Though now she's safe, he couldn't accept the risks that she was taking.
God's blessing.
That's how I slaughter dragons. Riddled with arrows. This is the last one. They've blocked the gate.
Then let's hit them hard.
Of course, but... To the victor goes the...
Guide you to the right path.
Vilsack must be closely connected with the church. The closer he gets, the more unstable his memory becomes.
Vilsack?
There's something in my head.
If something's wrong, just tell us.
Stop daydreaming, Elven Prince. We're not your servants.
I'm fine. This church brought a terrible memory back to me.
The memory haunting the ranger is back. There's blood on the edge of the blade, so vivid as if it's happening now. Now he remembers what happened here. The real difficulty is not to make a choice. It's about accepting the consequences of the choice. It's just that 1,000 years of repenting is too high a cost.
Do you remember it now?
Something bad. A betrayal. I was once murdered in this church.
Well, that's terrible indeed.
Riddled with arrows.
Vilzak, I'm surprised. You still have your soul.
Augustine. Orion. Yes, it's you. You betrayed me and stabbed me in the back.
1,000 years have passed, and if it feels like yesterday, we are nothing but the wheels of the inevitable.
To the victor goes the... There's still much that I can't remember.
Take it easy. What about when you were awakened?
There was someone, my own kind, with a pair of antlers, but the image is blurry.
Don't worry. It takes time.